Tonight on NAIT NewsWatch.
A recent announcement from the Government of Alberta sheds light for future students entering in trades.
We can support this momentum so that those who want to learn can learn starting now.
With increased crime rate on Whyte Ave, how do businesses feel about it?
It's not just the cost of the broken glass, it's the cost of being boarded up for, sometimes we've been boarded up for 3 months now.
And NAIT has a new center that helps students with disabilities reach their academic needs.
So we don't have to wait to order it, then come in and then find out.
NewsWatch starts now.
Thank you for joining us for our first show of the season. NAIT hosted their Next in Trades event on Monday, and attendees looking to get a good career in skills trades might find themselves lucky after an important announcement that was announced later that day.
The provincial government announced more apprenticeship funding for NAIT, opening up hundreds of seats for prospective students. Our Alyssa Conti joins us live with more on that story.
Thanks, Karis. NAIT celebrated Apprenticeship Day in more ways than one last Monday. Along with the Next in Trades event, the Government of Alberta also announced a budget increase of $12.4 million across apprenticeships. This is because of a increased demand and a growing population.
Millennium Place. You know MP?
Alberta called, the people answered, and now they need the trades to build our province. Alberta is seeing large jumps in apprenticeship numbers for the first time in over a decade, and the government is supporting this with an added budget of $4.9 million into the school.
Alberta's government wants to ensure that we can support this momentum so that those who want to learn can learn starting now.
More than 100 students were invited to learn more about skilled trades in this month's Next in Trades. The event is part of a series of endeavors set by NAIT to work on attracting more apprentices.
So they've got more job postings out than we're either from a physical standpoint able to deliver programming for, or from an application standpoint, we're not getting enough applications into the program to meet those industry demands.
Demand in the construction and automotive trades would mean that apprentices in these fields have more choices after graduation.
I might be limited now because of the overabundance of people working in those positions, and as those open up, it'll just be more beneficial for people like me coming out of these programs.
Zach enrolled into NAIT's millwork and carpentry program for its opportunities, and with provincial support for many skilled trades, there would be no shortage of jobs to come anytime soon. The Next in Trades event will be back this November. There will be 2 more throughout the school year, along with the Skills Alberta competition happening in May. These are part of NAIT's efforts to promote the NAIT School of Trades.
Alyssa, I'm curious, how is NAIT planning to spend their additional funding?
Well, according to Matt Lindbergh, the school's top capital priority right now is to make sure they have the infrastructure necessary to actually support that many students. So right now, a lot of the skilled trades are in older buildings around campus, and the satellite campuses, Souche and Patricia, are not able to access as many resources as we do here in the NAIT main campus.
Why did the government decide to invest in the apprentices?
So there are a couple of reasons, but the primary one is that Canada is experiencing a record high in population growth. Alberta is actually leading the rest of the provinces with a growth rate of 4.0%, and the province wanted to make sure they could physically support those numbers. The second reason is that there are a lot of labor shortages related to those industries. So boilermakers, carpenters, and electricians aren't getting as many laborers as they should be, and the province wanted to make sure they could get those numbers back up to par.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. That's Alyssa Conti reporting live from NAIT's hallways.
You're watching NAIT NewsWatch, the next generation of news.
With Truth and Reconciliation Day tomorrow, NAIT has added a new addition to their flagpole plaza. NAIT's main campus created a new flagpole plaza, adding 2 flags for Indigenous culture and diversity. The plaza proudly signifies its location on Treaty 6 territory. There are 7 flags altogether, with the 2 newest additions. The Métis flag and Treaty 6 flag now stand beside the Canadian, Province of Alberta, 2 NAIT and City of Edmonton flags. The number 7 represents a sacred number in the Indigenous culture, making that an important symbol of the addition.
We do things in increments to support truth and reconciliation until we get to a place where we're proud of a huge thing that we're doing. And I think this is one of the huge things that we're doing to support the Indigenous community.
The space is meant for Indigenous and non-Indigenous people to gather and connect, as it did this past Thursday, when many came out to witness the raising of the 2 new flags. NAIT campus says they'll be lowering one of the NAIT flags to signify important days and events as an action of respect.
Crime on Whyte Ave has become a growing concern in this vibrant district. Local businesses are taking the lead, rallying together and calling on task forces to enhance security. Looking to grab the government's attention for improved security measures against vandalisms and robberies, the Old Strathcona Business Association is urging businesses to join a letter campaign in effort to combat rising crime on Whyte Avenue.
A bunch of the Whyte Ave business owners are trying to do a letter writing campaign to try to get more police presence down on Whyte Ave, which would definitely help, especially if we have the police in the area during business hours and when we're open, because a lot of the businesses have even had people come up and spray paint your windows even when we're open. So a lot of the stuff is happening during the day as well.
Recent enforcement efforts have pushed homelessness populations out of downtown, resulting in increased crime on Whyte Ave. And with the new letter campaign, that will be the OSBA's and businesses on Whyte's plea for change.
A survey was released by Edmonton Police Commission regarding how locals feel about their personal safety. The city has seen a rise in crimes of 65% compared to last year's 47%. In August alone, there were 22 shootings, along with many other crimes going up. The survey suggests there is a 6% increase in police trust.
Police could be doing more, like a lot of drug use, open drug use.
Genuinely, I feel safe compared to bigger cities. With Edmonton growing, I think it's natural for a certain rise in crime rate.
There's definitely more they can do. As to what they can do, I'm not really sure.
Just over 1,700 Edmontonians took part in the survey. Some feel unsafe when it comes to certain things like transit at night. However, a majority of Edmontonians do trust and agree with the work of the local police force.
Taking a giant leap forward with innovation and accessibility, NAIT opened a new assistive technology center. This school year, NAIT opened its doors to an assistive technology center. It's a game changer for students with diverse abilities, providing a haven by offering a wide range of assistive technologies, from adaptive software to specialized devices. This hub empowers everyone to excel.
Here we have an opportunity for individuals to try out a whole variety of devices and tools and methods and techniques, because we've got everything here in the lab. So we don't have to wait to order it, then come in and then find out.
NAIT is committed to expanding its inventory as assistive technologies evolve, ensuring students and staff have the tools they need to thrive. With a partnership with NAIT's libraries, these resources are accessible to everyone, making inclusivity a cornerstone of the NAIT community. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look up to see where food prices are going up.
Right? And NAIT is no exception. In our question of the week, we ask if students are noticing the increase of food prices and what is weather for the weekend.
Well guys, fall season is here, which means prepare your jacket because it's gonna be a little chilly throughout the weekend. More of that on the weather. I'm Leo Crozet and I'll bring you your first NewsWatch forecast of the new season when we come back.
Hi, I'm Brandon Elias, and coming up in sports, we see how the Golden Bears football team is off to their best start since 2005. As well, the Oil Kings are looking to bounce back after a rough last season. Then we travel onto the courts at NAIT, where the men's and women's basketball teams are ready to go for this upcoming season. All this coming up in sports.
Karis, are you planning to do some stuff outdoors this weekend?
Maybe, but I don't know what the weather will be like this weekend. Hopefully Leo will give us some good news.
I don't know if you're looking for good news right now, because as you may see outside is actually very gloomy because fall season is here, you know, leaves are falling, pumpkin spice lattes are here, and you're gonna experience chilly weather throughout the weekend. So if you're planning to go outside with your family and friends, well, maybe think about more of a jacket protection for the weather, especially if you look at to Calgary. If you're going to Calgary, you're gonna see there it's going to be cloudy on Saturday with a high of 10 and low of 5, and it's going to be rain, so make sure to cover your heads to avoid any type of sickness. Moving on to Jasper is going to be more worse than the actual Calgary because it's going to be a rain mix of snow, and if you can see here, it's going to be 0 at the very low and 11 at the very high. So if you're going to plan to go in Jasper with your family and friends or date, well, wish I have one. Well, Saturday is a good time to go to enjoy some sights in Jasper. Not so much in Fort McMurray though, because currently there's going to be an air quality warning due to the smoke from the wildfires. But you may see there's no such thing as rain right now, and you're going to see like a very low 3 degrees and a high of 13. So moving on to Edmonton, you're going to be mostly cloudy on Saturday and Sunday with a high of low for 4 and high of 13. So there's still a 40% chance of precipitation. So better make sure than say sorry. So average highs and lows is going to be 27 in 2008 and low is -10 on 1883. That's way too cold. And record high is 26 degrees in 2008 and low of -2 in 2019. Overall, it's going to be a good fall weather this weekend. It's still going to be chilly, so better make sure you grab your jackets if you want to go outside. I'm Leo Cruzette for your weather.
NewsWatch Weather is brought to you by NR92, the station for the students.
Food prices has gone up lately, and NAIT is no exception when it comes to inflation.
So, on our first question of the week this season, we have asked students on campus how they feel about increasing food prices.
I definitely feel it. It's more expensive, and it definitely has an impact on my general financial situation as a student.
I don't purchase anything from the common market, but my friends usually do, and they did mention that with the high price, with the increase in the prices, they find it actually quite hard to keep purchasing from the common market.
Seeing the food prices here, I know like if I go to Tim Hortons, it may be cheaper than there if I want to get like a muffin or a drink of some sort, but I don't really mind it too much.
As a student, of course, we need to save money for the tuition and everything, but it's not fair for us as a student. So like, for example, if you're buying muffin at the corner store, it could be better if you buy at Tim Hortons.
It's actually hard to buy food nowadays, and I'd rather just bring food from home and like just go grocery shopping at this point, to be honest.
Sports is starting to heat up in the capital.
I agree, Karis. Let's go over to Brandon Elias to hear about the latest with sports from NAIT and around the city.
Thanks, you too. The NAIT Ooks men's and women's basketball campaign is now underway as they open the preseason with back-to-back matchups last Wednesday. But the players and coaches, these are more than just games. Our sports reporter Landon Hickok has more.
Ooks men's head coach Jordan Baker knows how important this time of year is. Fresh after coaching the Edmonton Stingers over the summer, Baker is back at NAIT, overseeing the new recruits, where he understands what their real goal is this year.
I think like the biggest thing is they want to come in and they want to work. They're guys who, are trying to use the ACAC as an opportunity to get themselves into a U-sport position. So, they've got some work to do, and we're expecting them to come in and improve a lot over the course of the season.
After finishing last season at the top of their division with a 16-8 record, the Ooks men's team are aiming for greater heights this year, most notably in the playoffs, where last season they were upset in the first knockout round against SAIT. The first preseason game this year was expectantly ugly according to Baker, losing 97-71 to the Red Deer Polytechnic Kings. However, he knows his team can compete despite certain disadvantages.
For us, we're trying to play fast. We're not a big team, so we got to have 5 guys defensive rebounding, and then we go out and run and play fast.
On the other hand, the Ooks women's team is going into the season with an entirely new look. After finishing last season with an undesired 6-18 record, the team is bringing in 11 new freshmen, and effort is the key to their success.
We hold ourselves to really high standards and expectations, not necessarily on the scoreboard, not necessarily with winning, but in terms of how we conduct ourselves and the effort that we put in on every single possession.
The effort showed itself for the Ooks as they were able to edge the Red Deer Queens 72-67, and the new talent, the coaching staff says, is blossoming.
We're really young, but that gives us a lot of room for growth, so it's an exciting year.
It comes as no surprise as each team is trying to develop their young talent this time of year alongside their veterans, but each tell a different story. Regardless, they'll hop on the same bus down to Red Deer on October 14th. They will each play their regular season openers against the Kings and Queens respectively. I'm Landon Hickok. This is End Zone Sports.
The U of A Golden Bears football team is off to an amazing start, with their team currently sitting second place with a 3-1 record. The Golden Bears are off to their best start since their 2005 season and are looking to keep the momentum going. With strong performances from their quarterback Eli Hetlinger and a well-rounded coaching staff being led by Chris Morris, the team is looking to go all the way.
I've been fortunate enough to have a good start. This team's been building. We unfortunately didn't get the result we wanted last week, but that's not going to stop our confidence going into Regina here on Friday.
The Golden Bears take on the Regina Rams tonight at 7 p.m. at Foot Field to try and improve to a 4-1 record on the season. The Oil King season is back underway, and the team is looking to take a big step up and forward from the last season. The Edmonton Oil Kings are skating in full gear this time around, looking to progress with their veteran presence in the dressing room this year in hopes of improving their record.
Yeah, I think we got more experience coming into this year for sure, so that's going to play a huge factor. And I think we're going to be in a playoff spot and making a good run for it this year.
The Oil Kings are off to a 1-2 record, and Rhett Melnick is confident that the team will turn things around and go far. Well, even though the Golden Bears might have lost their last game to UBC, they're still looking really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens for the remainder of the season.
Honestly, I'm excited to see if the Oil Kings are going to push it to playoffs this year. Thanks, Brandon.
Coming up after the break, we will show you the new park in River Valley that was recently opened to the public.
And also, our Try This reporter shows us how Muay Thai benefits us physically and mentally.
I like coming here because we've built such a community and it makes me feel great every time I come.
Hey guys, I'm Woo H, and this week on Entertainment, the Edmonton International Film Festival kicks off. We have information on that too, so stick around.
You're watching NAIT NewsWatch, the next generation of news.
Karis, have you had a bad day recently?
Oh, I've had many bad days.
Well, if you're looking for a way to let out all the energy and frustration, Muay Thai might be a thing for you. Our Tristan Mathers brings us more.
With it growing in popularity in the UFC and the rest of the martial arts world, Muay Thai is fun, dangerous, tough, and very beneficial.
Physically, there are a lot of benefits to any kind of exercise, including Muay Thai. It makes you stronger. Of course, it's self-defense. But honestly, I like coming here because we've built such a community and it makes me feel great every time I come.
It takes a lot of stamina to spar with other fighters, but also just as much as well as training. If you want to hit harder, most people believe that it comes mostly with the arm or leg muscles, when it's actually your core.
We've built such a great group of people here that we joke together. We do make fun of each other a little bit, but it's all in good fun. And we honestly just have a blast every class. So yeah, it totally helps with your mental health.
Working with someone else definitely helps push your limits as well, because there's a bit more pressure, but overall it does enhance the experience. Learning to throw kicks is personally what I find the most fun, but it's also good practice since it's the most powerful form of attack.
Well guys, I just finished my session with Catherine, and let me tell you, I am exhausted. I had a lot of fun, it was a good workout, and now I'm just ready to go home and hit the bed. This is Tristan Mathers for NAIT NewsWatch.
Wow, Awet, that Muay Thai sure looks exhausting.
Absolutely. I'm more of a relaxing kind of girl. And lucky for us, our entertainment host has a few fun and relaxing things to do this weekend that won't cause you to break a sweat.
Let's toss it over to Woo.
Thanks, guys. With the fall season approaching, like our lovely Leo told us, many of us feel like cuddling up inside and watching a movie to avoid the cold weather. Luckily for us, the 37th annual Edmonton International Film Festival has arrived just in time for the fall. Showcasing films in 4 locations around Edmonton, the festival celebrates diverse cinema and high-quality films from right here in Edmonton and around the world. The 115 films span across all genres, and some are even award winners from the film festival circuit.
I mean, we're an Oscar qualifying festival, so that means that short films that win our Grand Jury Award for documentary short, live action, and animation short have a chance to move forward to the Academy. And in the last 3 years, we have had 2 winners come directly from our festival, so that's pretty exciting. And then in terms of our audience, I mean, it's a great way to see films that you'd never get a chance to see otherwise.
The festival runs until October 1st, and tickets can be purchased online at edmontonfilmfest.com. Edmontonians love spending time and enjoying the many parks around the city, and now they have another green jewel to be proud of in Northeast Edmonton. Our very own Fernanda Rocha has more.
Just a few days after its opening, many families, especially children, are already enjoying the Northeast River Valley Park, one of our city's largest now.
It's really nice. It's actually really nice. It's nice to have something closer to the north side of Edmonton rather than going downtown.
Formerly known as Our Lady Queen of Peace Ranch, this huge leisure area offers visitors different activities.
There's many things people can enjoy here that they're perhaps used to doing in some of our other River Valley parks. You can walk trails, walk your dog, have a picnic, have a fire. Those kinds of things are available.
This large green area also contains many other amenities, such as large event center and a lake for non-motorized boats. The community so far seems to be loving it.
For me, it's wonderful. It's a bit far out, but that's okay. It's beautiful once you get here. Yeah.
Same. It's just nice to be out in the fresh air, and it's a nice place to walk. This is our first time, and we're really enjoying it.
The Edmonton River Valley has more than 20 major parks like this, and almost 200 kilometers of maintained trails. I'm Fernanda Rocha for NAIT NewsWatch.
Has back-to-school season got anyone else feeling a little lonely? Well, the Edmonton Humane Society has a long-term solution. The Pick of the Patch adoption event is happening to get your paws on some four-legged friends to add to your family. With many four-legged friends to choose from and reduced fees, the Humane Society holds events like this occasionally to connect animals with their forever-loving homes.
Last year we adopted out over 3,000 animals, so events like this really help to spur that adoption for coming out. So the different animals that we have right now, we have everything from puppies, kittens, cats, dogs, guinea pigs, and rabbits, and all of their fees are reduced, just so people are more inspired to adopt the amazing animals we have here.
To adopt yourself a furry friend, the event runs until October 1st, and you can visit EdmontonHumaneSociety.com or stop by the building itself to meet your perfect fall cuddle buddy. So, are you ladies planning on checking out the park or seeing any movies this weekend?
Yeah, I'm super excited about the park.
Yeah, maybe after the rodeo I'm gonna go check out a movie.
This concludes our first show of the semester with new faces and new news.
Next week is fall break, so enjoy your holiday. We'll be back on October 13th with the next episode of NAIT NewsWatch. Have a great day.